All right. Hello, people. Hi, and welcome to, I guess, my first little episode. Oh, that's my bad. Welcome to the first episode of 5 weeks of beats. I always get that wrong, even inside my head. 5 weeks of beats. That's the series that you have tuned into. And, the project is to make beats for 5 consecutive live streams, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna start making some sort of music with my MPC One today, using a little bit of this and a little bit of that to get everything, running and sounding like it's supposed to sound, and do something. The funny thing here is that I haven't prepared anything in terms of music, so let's all just hope for the best, and let's just hope for the best. But let's roll the intro thing.
Accurate. 5 weeks of beats.
That means that we officially started sending this live stream out there. 5 weeks of beats. My name is Accurate. I make beats, sample-based beats, and stuff like that. And what's also cool about this little thing here is that it's sponsored by DistroKid and by TrackLib. Those links up there are links that gives you a little bit of extra special stuff when it comes to DistroKid and TrackLib. DistroKid gives you 7% off your first year of using DistroKid, and the other one gives you, I think it's 15 samples from TrackLib to use in your beats. And in this stream, the plan here is to do again 5 consecutive live streams every single Friday, make beats, and then collect that into some sort of mixtape or an EP, basically, of beats. Everything's going to be sampled from TrackLib, and the whole thing is going to be released through DistroKid. So that's where the sponsors comes in, and I think it's really, really nice to get this opportunity to do this. And if it's not obvious enough, it's sponsored by DistroKid and TrackLib. Those links are up there, but you can't click them there, obviously, so you have to go down in the description to check out the links there, and go to the respective sites and do whatever you are able to do there. Cool. So I think that's it for now. Let's dig into, doing the live stream and maybe making some music. Not maybe. The plan here is to make music. That's for sure. But let's see if we have a chat room. Of course we have a chat room. I can't see the chat there though. I don't know what that's about, but I can see it over here. Cool. So we have some people in here, and I appreciate that a lot. Super, super awesome and great. So I think most of the people that are in this live stream has seen my channel before, or has even been on a live stream of mine before. Normally I have a sample or something to start with. Today I don't have anything. So we're doing this thing from scratch, and the plan is to make a beat that's finished enough for me to finish it off camera and then release it digitally on DistroKid again. This is, before we get into it, sure, this is an exercise in beat making, but also kind of a mental exercise for me, because I make a lot of YouTube videos, I make a lot of beats on YouTube videos, but I'm setting the threshold too high for myself when it comes to releasing the stuff on actual platforms for music, like Spotify and Apple Music and Google Music and Google Music? I don't know. So this is also a way for me to stay true to myself about the fact that the stuff I do for YouTube is definitely good enough to to put out there and to make an actual thing for, to put it out, basically. So a little bit of interaction would be nice. Hi, people in the chat. I hope everyone is having a great day, whatever the time might be where you are. Here in Sweden, where I am, it's 10 o'clock in the evening. So I've done my day job for today, and, now I'm doing this. I hope you all are having a fantastic time. SoundCloud, someone asks. Well, yeah, might release it over there as well, but the primary thing here is using DistroKid to release it, and then it becomes available on the streaming services that people use for listening to music. SoundCloud is also a good platform, so is Bandcamp, but I want to do it. I can release, that's the same thing for me there. Releasing something on SoundCloud feels easier mentally than just to release it on Spotify or whatever. And DistroKid makes the whole process easier technically, but mentally, I need to really dig into myself to do this. So yeah, first of all, my plan is to download a sample, of course, because what's significant about this little EP or mixtape that I'm gonna work on is that everything is gonna be sample based. That's what I normally do, but sometimes I also sample myself, or I just play instruments and make music like that. Everything is going to be sample based. All the samples are going to be from TrackLib. So I think we're going to jump into Safari in my case and look for a sample from TrackLib, basically. And this might be a little bit difficult when it comes to the tech stuff, but I want you guys to help me out to pick out a sample. So it's going to look a little bit weird for a second, but bear with me. It's going to be fine, I promise you. So let's do that. Now it looks kind of funky. And then we have this. Need to make that bigger though. Here we are. This is not the first page. And this is not me cheating, I promise. This is just me going through samples like I always do. It's just open. Here we are, TrackLib's first home page, I guess. The first page you see when you get into the site. So what TrackLib is basically a place to download samples. And we're not talking like samples that someone made for you to make music with, like a lot of different other services alike. TrackLib actually owns samples from, record labels and proper music. So it's kind of an equivalent to having a big crate of records, basically, because it's actual music. And what's cool here is that you can pay for some downloads, download the track, work on it, and then whenever you want to release it officially, you can also license the sample and clear it that way. So you can actually legally use the sample. That is kind of an issue when it comes to working with samples from records and whatever. So here we are. This is TrackLib. There's a bunch of ways to get started here. Looking for, the inspiration tab, looking for all tracks, looking for collections, looking for songs, sorting it out through genres and whatever. What I normally do, because I spend no matter if it's sponsored or not, I spend a lot of time on TrackLib looking for samples, because I want to be able to clear them and, be done with all the legality of things. So what I normally do is that I go to all tracks, and here I sort them by, first of all, what kind of genre I'm looking for. So for me, normally not rock and normally not spoken word, because there's also some, stand-up comedian records and stuff. Normally, that's not what I look for sampling, for music making. Normally I go for stuff like jazz, Latin gives me a bunch of really cool tracks sometimes. Classical, every now and then. Children's, the same thing there. Blues is one of those genres, especially in TrackLib, that's a little bit fishy, because sometimes it's Sure, it's blues music, but it's really like rock heavy stuff, and that's not always what I go for. But come on, if you have any suggestions for me to just what should I sample here? I'm definitely ready to just not be able to do something cool, and then I'm just gonna start over and take another sample and another one and another one. But first of all, do you have any suggestions here? What I should go for? If you don't, I can just go bananas like I always do and just start looking through things. But help me out with some kind of starting point here in terms of genre. That would be really cool and helpful, and I would appreciate that. Then you can also get a little bit of a feeling of how the library works and how it feels to use TrackLab. Not that you don't understand that, of course you do. Give me some suggestions. Someone said jazz. Someone said folk. Of course, I make beats. It's hip hop stuff. So a lot of people are suggesting soul and jazz, which of course I appreciate because I go for jazz a lot of the time, or this R&B/soul genre normally gives me something cool to work with. I was a little bit worried that people would tell me to go for, reggae or folk music or whatever, but a lot of people seem to be into jazz. So yeah, let's do jazz. Jazz, like that. And of course, there's different types of licenses available on TrackLab, and the C ones is $50 to clear and have a license, and B is like $500, and A is, I don't even want to think about that. So I'm a cheap dude. So what I do is I go to license category and always select category C, because then it doesn't become super expensive. Someone said folk world. Sure. Middle Eastern. Take 5 like Slinky Jazz. Cool. Vocals, someone said. Of course, I'm gonna try to incorporate some vocals. But what I want to show you here is that now we picked the genre, and then we picked the license category to have the cheaper ones, because that's who I am. And then I get this problem that here we have stuff that's sorted out as jazz or soul or funk or whatever, and it's released in 2019 and sometimes 2020, 2021 and stuff. I want to know that I'm not using something that's super recent. So I go to release year, and let's turn that down to something like 85. Sure. From 1928. Maybe that's a bit much as well. Let's go from the 50s to 1985. And of course, here's a lot of Bob James records, because he just released a bunch of his library on TrackLab, which is really cool. But I'm not sure I want to go for anything from Bob James here. It sounds a little bit done and probably a little bit too easy, to be honest. Not that I want something that's super difficult either, but someone suggests reggae, and the problem for me with reggae is that a lot of reggae is there are some foundations in reggae music that kind of always comes back, and repetitive bass lines and the whole backbeat thing can be really cool to use, but can also sometimes introduce a lot of issues with, like, we're having the same note repeated all over and over again, and it's normally a lot of drums as well. Come on, let's stop talking and start looking. I'm just not looking at Bob James at all. I'm just pretending that like he's not there. So let's go for, I don't know, let's try this one. Just play it. Yeah, some easy listening piano stuff. And this is, the process of looking for samples is kind of a big topic. And when I started to sample stuff from vinyl, I put the needle down at the beginning, and then I just moved the needle around a lot on the record. And that's what I still do to this day, but on TrackLab. So let's just jump. It's going to sound choppy, and you're not going to but you know, it gives me a little bit of a sense of what the sample or what the track contains of. Yeah, that's a full-blown jazz thing. Let's not use that one. Let's go for something more. Let's just keep on looking. What's this? Sure. I'm sure I could find something here. But it feels a little bit too much, you know? What's this? Yeah. That's almost finished, right? That's not what I want to do. Let's keep on looking.
Sometimes.
No. Yeah, the stuff from the 50s sounds like stuff from the 50s, which could be cool, but also kind of limiting. This is something from 83. So what we're looking for here is something that I immediately feel like, okay, I can chop this one over here and here and here and just make something. I don't want to make it too hard for myself. Okay, and just judging by the waveforms, that could be something. Let's download that one just to have it. Simple as that. Downloaded. And of course it played in iTunes. I don't want to spend too much time finding a sample. I want to, you know, this is kind of an exercise in polishing a turd as well. So a part of me just feels like I don't want to be too picky with the sample, but I want to work with the sample more. I've heard that one before. I've been through this library a few times, so some stuff are just... Okay, this one has a white arrow over here instead of the black one, which means that I've downloaded it before. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay away from everything that I've done or tried to work with before. Oh, Bo Beats in the chat. Is this a cool sample? Well, the audio quality of that one is a little bit too crazy. It's from the 60s, but let's just download it anyways. Maybe we can do something about it. And let's quit iTunes before it starts. That's nice. Bo Beats in the chat, doing one of those super chat things. I appreciate that. Thanks, man. And there we are with the iTunes again. Again, the white arrow means I've downloaded it before, so no. What's this? It's too much. Okay, I don't want the super old stuff. I'm gonna change my release here from 50s to some, 66. Again, a lot of Bob James. I'm just gonna scroll down for a bit and check out the chat. Oh, another super chat. Thanks a lot. What's this? No. Whenever it's this like big bandy jazz, ensemble thing, sure, I can make like this really hard kind of MOP beat, but it's yeah, it feels done again. And we're back to Bob James. Here we are. Okay, come on. That one, I just gotta grab that one. What's this though? Okay, cool. And again, yeah, let's download that one. And of course, you can see here on my account that I have a lot of licensed. Let's see. Quiet. That I have a lot of credits over here, and that's because I've used my link to like spread on my YouTube channel and stuff, and people have joined TrackLib from my link, and then I get some credits. So I have a lot of credits here. Normally, the credits, you have to pay money for credits, and then you can download stuff. In my case, I don't have to think too much about that. You know what? This one, this is kind of funny though, because this sample sounds like it has a lot of potential, but I can already tell that it's a bit hard to work with because the notes kind of collide. It's not like reverb, but you know, the songs, the notes rings out into each other and then it becomes really difficult to chop up. Some of that is cool, but if it's too much, if I chop that up, it would probably be too much. Let's talk less and let's listen more. Okay, one of those acapella group things. Let's go there. Even more of that stuff. That's not what I want. Whatever. Let's go back up again. I don't feel anything right now. Sure. You know what makes me think about this sample? That could be something. Normally, like 10 years ago, I would hate this sample because it wasn't like clean enough. I would just want the vibraphone back then. But then I realized that, hey, playing a vibraphone sound like that, I could do that on an instrument. So it doesn't add anything to have it as a sample. But in this case, there's a lot of bass frequencies going on at the same time, and then it sounds more like music to sample, you know? And the guitar. Yeah, the guitar picking together with the vibraphone makes it all sound a little bit more full, and then it's a lot more fun to sample. I don't know why it becomes that loud when iTunes plays it. My bad. Let's do this one. We've already heard that one, right? Let's do here. Sure. And how many samples do I have at the moment? Let's look for my downloads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 samples. Is that a start? Should I start importing those into the MPC One? Or should I look for even more stuff? Where am I? I'm in the genre jazz. Let's just, for the sake of it, just to do what I normally do, let's go to soul as well. Release year is still from the late 60s to the 90s. License C. Track types. Sure, you can go crazy here and start looking for specific instruments and stuff, but then the list gets that narrow, so it's kind of hard to, to find something. Let's try that. If I go for percussion, I don't get as many tracks. And here, TrackLib also makes these, they also release these stems of songs. So in this case, here we have a track by Sound Experience, and this is only the conga track. This is only the snare drum and so on, which is super, super useful. but a little bit more like a little bit of a better idea to use when you're actually going more into the depth of things. Now I'm just looking for a sample, you know, not looking for anything specific. I'm glad with whatever I can get. And you can also sort them over here, and then I click what's new because I'm here a lot. But these ones have been added kind of recently to the library, and that means that I kind of, you know, maybe I haven't heard them. No. And this one has a white arrow. It sounded promising, but obviously I've thought that before and I downloaded it. No, I'm not using Machine today. I'm using the MPC One. I'm doing 5 streams like this. So I want to start the first one off with MPC One, and then I'm going to do Machine as well, and I'm going to use MPC Live. And I'm probably going to make one of these beats just inside of Logic with some sort of MIDI controller as well. I think it's fun to be able to show off a little bit more than just one thing, even though I'm faster and better at Machine than anything else. So again, I'm kind of trying to push myself. Almost disco-y. Come on, that one. Let's scroll down, let's scroll down. And I just do that. I don't know why I'm scrolling this much. I can just listen to every single track, but it's, you know, it feels more random to do it like this. More like actually looking through a crate of vinyl. This is the problem with 80s samples sometimes. That it sounds really 80s, like the drum machines and all the stuff. You know, I enjoy stuff like that, but maybe it's not the best sampling material. Let's scroll through and take something from the 60s. Nope, that's too much. Sounds kind of obvious. Oh. Whenever I hear something obnoxious like that, I'm just, you know, skipping it. Taken that one before. Let's go up again, where the stuff that I haven't heard is located. That's the one, sure. Nope. 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 No. That's disco. Let me just I'm gonna check myself. Let me 4 more minutes until it's 35. Then I'm done with this. Okay. No. Could be cool, but nope. We've had that one before. Let's do that. We heard that one. Let's avoid the white arrows and just go for... No. No. Okay, that could be used, definitely. Let's download that one and let's go down. Shut up. No, that one has been flipped before. So I have 2 more minutes. Let's flip the genre. Let's go for, and I'm not listening to you guys right now. I have 2 minutes to find something and whatever. Let's go for easy listening. Hopefully to find something without a lot of drums, you know? One more minute. Stressing out. And of course it's white. I've downloaded that one before. Okay, my time is out, so I'm gonna grab that one as well. Download track. You know, my plan. This is what it's like to work with samples. My plan was not to download samples for 25 minutes or whatever that was. But that's what I just did. That's what just happened. So let's go back to here, and it's gonna look crazy, but now it looks good again. Cool. Back here. Awesome. So what I'm doing is that I'm taking my SD card and then I'm just putting it into the computer to transfer the files, because I could sample it into the MPC, but then I have to do it in real time for each and every sample. It takes a little bit more time than I'm ready to spend right now. So let me try to find my USB thing here. SD card thing. Like so. And now I have my SD card, MPC One, here. You can't see my screen right now, but I don't care. I'm just gonna do this real quick. From my downloads, let's take those files. Let's open up a new tab. And let's go into our MPC One. Let's create a new folder called 5 Weeks of Beats. Episode 1. Because that's what this is. It's episode 1. Transferring the files right now. Cool. So now it's done. And I want to get better at ejecting the thing from the computer before just putting it out. And that's done. Cool. So that's my SD card into the MPC One. Sorry for not paying a lot of attention to the chat right now, but now it's time to start working on the track on the MPC. So I'm gonna try to leave the chat open on the computer as well. It's over there. Right, cool. Another 55 Swedish kronor from Bo Beats. I appreciate that, my friend. Thanks a lot, and thanks for encouraging people to do that. Chris Head, again, donated 1 pound. Or maybe that's just the delay on the computer. Yeah, of course, that's just the delay. Whatever. So, machine. That's my bad. Not machine, of course. This is the MPC One. And let me get a quick minute here to arrange my windows on the computer so I know what I'm doing. There we are. Cool. It doesn't get better than that right now, but that's fine. So, let's get to work. On the MPC, we have something here. That's a new project. Let's go down to, let's start at 90. Let's do 4 bars immediately. Go into the browser, look for our SD card. Right there. And the 5 beats of weeks. The 5 weeks of beats folder is supposed to be located somewhere around here, right? Of course it's on the top. That's just me being stupid. There we are. Open the folder, and here are the samples. Let's listen back to... Could be cool. The magic's missing. Yeah, let's take that one. Let's load it up and see what it feels like. Sample edit. That's a drum. Oh, I loaded something else. My accurate drum kit. That's my bad. Wasn't supposed to have that there. But instead, sample edit. This is the sample. Is that the same one that I picked? I really don't think it is. Of course it is. That would be like the easiest job to do, no? But let's not be that guy today. And yeah, that camera is a little bit fishy. It's gonna do that sometimes, but you know, it's a surprise. Okay, let's go into the chopping mode. And why is that camera looking like that? I don't like that. Let's see if we can fix that somehow. That's darker, but I also think it's a little bit better. That's fine. So, my first chop could be that. Oh. You hear that immediately? we're starting to work, right? That's a little bit too intense, but sure. It's kind of a crazy sample though, isn't it? That's something completely different. Someone asks if they think, or if the rest of the chat think that TrackLib is worth it. And sure, it's not worth it for everyone. Honestly, I don't think it is. But for people that like releases music for real, and have people listening to it, you know, getting into issues with copyrights, to me it's just really worth it to be able to clear samples. Makes me sleep better at night, you know? That becomes okay. Oh, here it becomes obvious that yeah, it becomes obvious that these slices over here aren't as good as that one is. Yeah, that's definitely something to start working with. Can you hear that? It's not it's not a beat, but it's an idea from something. Okay, that's fine. Let's keep that and let's convert it into a new drum program using slices. Let's do it. Back to here. Let's go to program whatever. And if I'm not wrong, I am wrong. Okay, let's go into the program editor and check out the samples once again. Let's zoom in on this bad boy. Let's take some of these. Maybe I don't want some of those just flat out. So let's go back to, let's go back to the sample edit and just start. I think I like these samples a lot more than the other ones. Yeah, so let's go to the, come on, there. I want to go to the earlier slices here and just double check. Yeah, let's rework this a little bit. So what I'm trying to do here is to be a little bit more selective of what I'm using and not. Just taking samples out that I'm not sure about. And you know, sometimes, again, the whole talk about limitations being great for inspiration and stuff, sometimes having like 32, 64 slices or whatever becomes too much. And then I enjoy to just start being more selective and just taking stuff out and maybe just have 16 slices to work with. I think that's kind of cool. I like the flute trumpet part, someone says. Let's take that one out too. It's gonna take too much space. Let's try to delete some of the hits that has a snare in them, because sometimes that can be a little bit too much. I'm not saying that it's impossible to work with drums in a sample, because it's definitely not. Oh, program sample edit. Let's keep those instead. Let's do the same. Oh, my bad, I'm doing the wrong thing. Let's convert it again into a new, whatever it's called. Let's open it up there. You know, it sounds kind of easy to work with. that way. I'm not sure that's what I want to do, but I'm not sure that I hate it either. So let's go back to our master. Let's try to pitch it up. Let's try to pitch it down. This is gonna be kind of dirty. Let's keep that idea, and what I'm playing is always this. So I guess my tempo will be something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, something in those lines. So that's 92.17. Cool. That's something. So for now, let's open up a new drum program, and it gets messy when I do this. Right, I'm already at program 4. I'm not gonna care. I'm gonna try to keep those things separate and keep my mind in check. I could go in here and delete programs and stuff. This is how I do. Track 2, program 4, cool. So let's look for some stuff. Drums, MPC One. What I did, again, I haven't prepared much for these streams, but I've done this folder here called Random Drums. Can you guess what it contains? Random drums. Sure. So let's start with a hi-hat, right? Works by me. That's a kick. Let's keep that there. That's another kick. Let's take one of the softer snares just to have it. That's a nice kick. Let's put that one over there. That one too. In terms of snares, is that all I have? One of those. Oh, that's one of my favorite hi-hats. Needs to be edited, but that's fine. Super boom bappy snare. And this way I have a few different options, you know? You know. So what I'm thinking here is that I have my tempo all set, like so. 1, 2, 3, and so on. I have it set to 4 bars. Let's just copy that one over there, copy that one over there, copy that one over there. Let's adjust the start for that one. Whatever. Okay, that's all that really needs to be edited like that. Which is fine. The volume. Let's just try to record something in here, okay? That sucks. Again. Sucks even more. Okay, so let's move that. My bad. Let's move that one over there. Let's move that one over there. Program edit. Okay, I want that one to play, simultaneous play. Four, 6. Which means that if I go here, oh, my bad, pad mix, then I all of a sudden have 2 layers of drums. Two layers of that snare, I should say. Let's go. Let's do something here. Okay, that's also a thing. So I can't deal with the time correction thing being on. Let's turn it off. First kick. Yeah, that's gonna have to do for now. So let's go back to track 1 with the sample. Oh, it's at the polyphony. Or polyphony. Of course I can hear that the snare kind of bothers me, but you know, I'm just trying to sculpt some idea of a start of something. So this could be used somehow. Let's look for a pitch. Okay, I'm gonna pick, you know, up until now I've thought to myself, is this sample good enough? Oh, I forgot about my coffee for an hour. It's not good. That's what happens when you get, you know, obsessed with things. So up until now, I've, you know, had doubts in my mind about this sample not being good enough. Now it feels like I could find something. Now, here's a little trick. You know, of course I can just go into my sample edit, just edit the endpoint here. I can't see the snare. There's the snare. So in order to hide the snare, or like get rid of it in some way, I can adjust my sample down. That's not a lot that's not a lot to keep though, but let's try. Say that I want this somehow. Not sure if this is going to come out awesome, but let's try. And we're using an effect on it. In this case, first of all, a delay, analog sync. That's the nice one. Because then it's in time, so right? But I don't want it to play in quarter notes. I want it to be I know, it's a bit obvious and a little bit, you know, what people do, but I think it's cool. Either like that or like that. I'm lowering the feedback a little bit. Fine. And on top of that delay, let's do another effect called reverb, medium. Now it's mixed in a lot. So let me turn down the dry, wet thing. If I do it all wet, too much, all dry, could use a little bit of stuff, so let's not cut the highs though, so let's do like that. Sounds alright. Need to lower, increase the volume of this pad though. that needs to be edited. So let's edit it. Or I could cheat a little bit here, because the white noise at the beginning there, that's actually the snare. So let's try to sculpt it out by just... It's a bit weird, but it could work. Sounds like it's clipping, right? So let's go to Zero Snap. Out here again, so we have the effects and stuff. And this one is the same note as the main one, without the snare. So if I wasn't moving that fast, I would realize that I could use this one. Instead of having to do all that work with the delay and stuff. But now, since I have it, I'm gonna use it in conjunction with that one. There's something about the volumes here that I'm not crazy about. So it's maybe just a matter of you can sample. Why am I reading that comment? Hey people, I am here. I'm talking to you guys. I'm just talking to myself when I'm working on stuff. I haven't come too far yet. I've been at this for an hour and 10 minutes, but I've also like introduced the show and talked a little bit. And yeah, I have the coffee right over the MPC One. But I also spent a lot of time looking for the sample, right? Cold coffee isn't too bad. So, maybe we should try to go back to our sample edit. Take this one and my bad, that's in program edit. Reverse that one. Didn't reverse shit. Yeah, it does. It just, well. Okay, listen to this. So I want that one. Can I copy it from here? No, can't. Can I copy it from here? I can. And in this menu, I want to go into the program edit again, reverse it. So cool. That's kind of strange, but we're doing all the classic stuff on this one. Reversing samples, having it play like... Why not, right? But we have some stuff here that needs to be sorted out. Volume. For these guys. That's not tight either. Yeah, this could be used. Cool, cool, cool. I'm happy about that. So let's go back to the master again. Again, looking around a lot of different options when it comes to pitch. Now it's down to -3 semitones. So let's try to go minus, I don't know, -6. Just... Well, that's actually kind of usable. But let's change it up and go to +3 semitones after we've taken this little sip of the coffee, as my friend Bo says. Sip of the coffee. That's such a strange saying. Sip of coffee. +3. Okay. And that's anticlimactic, right? Building up and just not hitting the start button. Sorry about that. That's better, isn't it? Okay, that's too much. Let's stay at +3. +2. +2. +2. How do you guys feel about this? Looking for a little bit of feedback now. I'm sorry for not interacting too much with you, but it's a lot of stuff going on up between my ears right now. I need a little bit of a break from thinking too hard about this. So, sorry about the text. It's gone now. Give me a little bit of feedback. Am I on to something, or should I reconsider and pick another sample? Sample 9, pad 9 forward, please. It's the nicest. Number 9. That's not number 9. How am I counting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You like that one more? I mean, it's kind of the same sample, but maybe... you know, it brings something special to the rhythm when you have, you know, kind of a too short of a sample, but with a bunch of delay on it. Definitely adds... Oh, that's double me. It definitely adds something. One above? Oh, yeah, sure. That's number 9. 4, 8, 9. Just that the I was gonna say that the MPC has the numbers differently, but it doesn't. It's just me. I like it. Dope. Don't sound cool as Hazy J, but I'm open to collab and have some. Okay. The camera on your left is acting up, sometimes blacking out. Yeah. I know that camera isn't the best ever, but I just enjoy being able to have 3. This is a really old, crappy one, but it's nice to have another one. Sometimes it blacks out and this text and stuff shows up, but you know, then you have this picture-in-picture thing. Okay, that's my bad. Whatever. So let's do something here. Masters, that's my bad. I don't want to be there. I want to be at the programs. MIDI tracks. No. Programs, sure. Just need to find a pattern here. Maybe normalize the piano samples on the 4 first pads so they get a little bit more space. Sure. Could increase the volume of them. I think I did what I could in the pad mixer. Yep. Maxed out. I could go in and normalize them, but it's easier to just... I know this is wrong, by the way. But you know what? I don't care. Just pulling down the volume of the other pads. It's all about finding a rhythm here. And I can sit here for hours just playing and stuff. Sorry, that camera also died. My bad. I could sit here for hours and just come up with different patterns. And I could. But, you know, sometimes I just have to go for something. I just need to make a decision to do something. So, yeah. Let's do it. This is track 1. 4 bars. Everything is all set. Maybe I could do that for a minute. That's a decent view, right? Could even do that. And the camera won't fall to the ground either, so that's cool. That's just me being picky with the ISO. Okay, so let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the worst pattern I played so far. That's also no good. Oh, that's a super long chop. So let's just twist this knob, drag it on the screen, twist, drag. Then of course I changed that one as well. My bad, that's not what I want. Maybe I need to do something similar there. Maybe I need to change this one. Or maybe not. Maybe just, maybe let's just go here, back here, and let's empty the track. Let's, okay, clear the track, clear. That's not what I was supposed to do. I always get this wrong. If I delete that, the sample gets deleted, right? So what I want to do is to go into the track and I want to clear the track. Isn't that how you do it? Whatever, now it works. Okay, I need to find a pattern. That's just what we're doing. You know what? The problem here might be that the pitch, the sample gets a little bit too short. So let's adjust our minds again and let's just remember that, okay, I pitched it down. Let's forget about how it sounded just recently and again. Yeah. Let's think about the sample that way instead. So now if I do the same thing here, if I clear it, yeah, that's not what I want to do, but that it works, but it's not what I'm trying to do. Oh, now I'm really messing up. Let's just go here and actually delete the notes. You know, everyone can make a mistake every now and then. Cut them and let's cut them. Cut. And of course we left the first one here somewhere. Where are you? I'm not on the right. Oh, okay, that was the drums. I can see it clearly that's the drums. Who am I? What am I doing? Track 1, here we are. Let's take those, cut them, and let's take those, cut them out. Okay, I know what I'm doing, but okay. So on track 2, we have the drums. On track 1, we have the sample. That's right. So now we're going back here into the actual MIDI notes, and there they are. Let's pick them like that, and let's cut them. And let's cut them. There we are. My bad. That should not have taken like a minute to do. So let's just not record. Let's just try some stuff. Okay? Maybe that's an end thing. That one sucks, by the way. So let's go. Okay. Something like that. Okay. It's getting somewhere. No. That's better. Okay. Now it's time to really start. I know the whole melody part of this doesn't feel 100, but there's always an option to add. adding something like that. Let me just play this a few rounds and just get a feel for what the different notes might be and whatever kind of fits. It might be a little bit boring to watch me do that, but let's just do that anyway, because that's just a part of making beats, and that's what this series is all about, right? And how can I show that the best way? Ha! The battery on that one dies. I'm gonna take a break in like a few minutes to replace some batteries and do some stuff, but you know, it is what it is. That kind of works. So let's try with the computer here to do a little bit of work. Can you hear that? It doesn't really work. It is out of tune. Someone told me in the chat as well, and it is out of tune. I can definitely hear that, but yeah. I wish I could say that it's just a little bit out of tune, but that's not true either. Let's try to... That's better, right? So just playing around a little bit with the with the pitch wheel on the op6. So having that D minor go to something like that instead. There. Makes sense. So if I need to pitch the op6 down, I need to pitch the sample up. So let's do that. Let's just see if I can see what you guys see. Like that, okay. So back to the program edit, master, semitone, fine tune. So let's pitch it up a little bit like so. I don't know. And this chord progression just, I don't know, it feels like it works. That's a D minor, G major, and C major. Not sure about that. It's not a C minor, that's for sure. No. That sounded cool. Works to me. So and hopefully I can add something here that brings it into a more like musical realm. That's a D minor 7. Was that it? No, come on. I'm losing it. Of course, that's of course, of course. You know what? Let's look for a sound on the OP6. Now the mic is super close to me. Okay. What do you guys think? Can I make this into a track that I put on an EP, or is this a little bit of a stretch? I think this could be worked out into something that sounds decent. I actually do. What do you mean by that, Hazy J? Am I still super out of pitch, but I just can't tell because my ear is tired? It's not super out of tune now, is it? It's super out of tune? What do you mean by yes? Is it super out of tune? Am I deaf? Nah, come on. Of course we need some bass. That's right, people. No, I think we need this. Of course we need bass. So... this is not what I'm gonna go for. I'm just looking for notes, you know? Okay, I kind of know what I'm playing. Sorry, Hazy J. I'm sorry about that. I'm just, you know, the mind goes to a negative place sometimes. Sure. Thanks a lot for the support. I get that you now think that this could be worked into something that's good enough to be on an EP. Thanks. I just, yeah. Boom. Sorry, man. And thanks. You know what? I'm gonna do the simpler thing here. Take the easy way out and just use one of the instruments in the MPC. Maybe we don't need that camera over there anymore. Playing around with like hardware synths is a lot of fun. But you know, sometimes MIDI has its upsides as well. So let's stay in the MPC. Let's see if we can do that. And let's go here into the main stuff and add on track 3. Let's do a plugin instrument. Let's use the bass line. I want that to be a little bit louder. Now you can't see that for shit. That's my bad. The M32 connected over USB straight into MPC One. Let's record a bass line first and then add stuff. Yeah, Hazy J, I get that. There's a delay and everyone's whatever. Thanks for the support. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the ideas and stuff. You hear that? The op6. The machine instrument. Sorry, the MPC instrument. So sometimes there's definitely a reason to use these things. Program edit here. I want to do something with this bass instrument. Not changing the fine tune, that's for sure. This attack. I'm not sure I want that. That's a little bit better. That's a bit clearer, right? The bass frequencies, the lower bass frequencies of that sub really came out through this compressor thing, I think. You know that's kind of a joke, right? But it would be fun to use something from the OP6. Just when I was playing with this sound earlier, someone said something about vibrato or tremolo. Can I, on live camera on YouTube, do that for this sound? Maybe I can. Or maybe I can't. Let's see here. Let's go to the different things. That's the FM things. That's the level. That's the mod. So let's see if we can go to that one. Doesn't make much of a difference, right? I can hear what's going on. You don't have to tell me in the chat. I know. I know. Okay, this is too boring. This doesn't add anything valuable. So let's just browse through presets and see if a new idea comes up. That's an idea. Is it a good one? No. You know, I'm starting to make this into something completely different, and I don't want that. Reminds me of Bubba Sparks somehow. Okay, that gave me an idea. I'm not going to be able to use this patch, but I'm going to be able to use some sort of stab. And that's the break I was talking about. A little bit of a few minutes or whatever, because I need to change the battery. I wasn't too bad now, was it? Okay. One camera is out of business. Now it's back. Let's see if the text thing disappears. It did. You know what? Now I really feel like I needed that break. I need to think about stuff for a minute. I was talking about some synth stabs or whatever. Right? And I'm gonna keep that thought to myself and continue working on the actual sampled track, because I still only have this single pattern, which I don't hate, but you know, we kind of do need to do something more. And hello people, there's the chat again. Thanks for being here, and I guess I should once again remind you about the fact that this stream is... No! That this stream is sponsored. Sorry about that. Sponsored by DistroKid and TrackLab. This entire project is 5 weeks of beats, sponsored by these two companies, providing me with samples from TrackLab and releasing the EP that's coming out of this project on DistroKid. Don't forget to check out the links and do all the stuff. And thanks a lot for those two companies to sponsor this entire series. Now, we're still on sequence 1, and since I'm a little bit accurate with things, I don't want the BPM to be 92.17. So let's lower that to 92, and let's open up a new sequence, which it's sequence 2. Sequence 1, I have track 1 sample. Okay, so sequence 2, track 1 sample, track 2, drums, sequence 2, track 3, plugin 1, of course, track 3, plugin 1. So let's go to sequence 2, which is empty at the moment. Cool. So here we have another go. I'm doing it in the wrong order. My bad. Track 2, drums again. Oh, that's not the right tempo. 92 BPM. That's like a BPM number that I normally go to a lot. I like 92 BPM, and that's what we're working with. 92 BPM. Let's just make another one. Not like that. Now, that's a little bit different. With the delayed snare at the end. That's cool. Track 2. That camera is kind of fishy. So for my next sequence, maybe I want to do my delay is gone here. Why? It's right there. And right there. Oh, let's maybe I can like own the fact that this chop is backwards. Maybe I want to adjust the the slice. Here, sample. just to not have the snare. So I can do. Okay, I'm onto something. Sure, let's do that. Almost. Oh, no. I undoed once too much. And I can't revert. Okay, I got it. Kind of. Kind of. Why can't I just, you know? I'm apparently making some sort of mistake. Okay. Sure. That's fine. I mean, for a switch up, for a secondary sequence, that's fine. I want to be more excited about it. I'm not. It's not the best idea in the world. It is what it is. It's cool. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just convince myself that it's okay. Track 3. That's the bass. Can I still? That becomes minor. No. know, but it's a little bit dissonant, but there's something cool about that. Let's go. I don't hate this first pattern thing. Let's go to the next one. Needs something at the end there for sequence 2. I think I'm gonna like pull this stuff into Logic after the fact and then just, you know, take some drums out here and there and just arrange it like that, some short breaks and stuff. But yeah. I mean, I have a sample, I have drums, I have a bass line, I have 2 different sequences, and normally that's just, that's where I said that we're done, and then I do some scratching, and then it's all good. But I feel like there's something missing here. There's some sort of like hook part that I'm not totally nailing on the first sequence here. Da, 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 da. You know, something like, my bad. I don't want to play it with a keyboard though. I think the stuff is in the sample somewhere. Just haven't been able to like totally nail what I'm looking for. Let me try to take my sequence here. This is something I don't do a lot. So let's copy the sequence over to sequence 3. And let's not call it sequence 1 because that's so freaking easy to misunderstand. Sequence 3. That's what it is. And now, do it? Sure. So, over here, sequence, my bad, sequence 1. Sequence 3. Yeah. And I want to go into track 2. Sorry. Track 3. Here. And let's stay in track 3 and then just, you know, I'm gonna pretend like I'm gonna use the tiny fragment of a bass line that I have in this track, use that as some kind of stepping stone to do more stuff with the sample that kind of works with the same bass line, and hopefully I'm gonna be able to do something more. Or maybe do something less. That's also the solution sometimes. Can I do that? No. I want to do, let's see here. That one, I'm sorry for switching cameras like that. I'm just, you know, it bugs me to not know what I'm doing. That's what I want. Come on. This live stream, it's sponsored and all, you know? It's supposed to be a little bit professional. Then I'm just dropping cameras left and right. Cool. And you see, all of a sudden now, when I have more stuff here, more in the stuff in the music that makes it feel like something, it's a lot easier to rework the sample chops. I'm not going to totally like abandon the first thing because this is going to be really similar, but this one has a little bit more tone or melody to it. You know? Let's do something here. Let's keep it on beat, right? That's always a good thing. Ah, almost. Come on. What's up with me and my sense of rhythm? Come on. Well, I'm on to something. I'm not happy yet, but I'm on to something. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's similar to the first one. That's a bit crazy. There's still something I'm looking for. Is it? One, two, three, four. Come on. Yes. I am starting to get frustrated. That's what's happening. So I'm not going to record. I'm just going to do this a bunch of goes and just give it some, try some stuff out. So maybe, you know what? Now I'm thinking loud here. one thing that I do sometimes that normally really works is that whenever I've really set my mind into starting a sequence with something, in this case, if I just don't do that at all, if I just do something completely different, sometimes it's cool. Sometimes something like magical happens there. So I'm not gonna allow myself to play these three over the same note, basically. What happens if I start... or... Do you guys have any ideas at all? Can I ask you guys for this? I know I'm really deep into this right now and I'm kind of in my own mindset. But if you have anything that could inspire me a little bit, I would appreciate the hell out of that. I see Accurate knows how to properly use the program edit feature. Hey, Eve McCree. Is that wrong? Am I using the program edit functionality wrong? Maybe I am. I'm sure I am. But it, you know, I get it to work. Push that pad 3. Oh my god, why haven't I heard that before? That one and that one. Oh, Safin Music. Hey Mark. Thanks for being here. Cool to see some people that I kind of recognize from YouTube in the chat room. I appreciate that. And Ave, if you have anything to teach me about the program edit feature, just tell me, man. You're using it right. Everything sounds great. I don't know. Pad number 3. Sure, because that's still... That's still a D. Just like that. Sure, of course we should use D... Pad 3 much more. You're definitely right. You see? I can't just let it play out like that, come on. I could use a little bit of... program edit. This one. Samples. This one. Effects. Let's go here. Let's use the analog sync delay again. $16 notes. fucking cool. Little lackluster. My phone is going off like crazy. Is something happening? No, okay, it's that. We're actually, not me, I'm just a part of a project where like this Swedish whatever puts together an, a record. Yeah, there's gonna, someone somewhere is gonna release this, collection record with Swedish beat makers. I'm a part of that, so a lot of stuff is happening in that Facebook group, Instagram group right now, so that's just a phone thing. Ave McCree, if you have a suggestion here, now when I've recorded this pattern and I'm not happy with it, I would just want to erase all the notes from the sequence, and I've done so much stuff after the fact so that the undo function doesn't work. Is there a good way to like erase the notes, the events in the pattern? If that's so, please help me out, because I'm always in the menu, like, marking notes like that and just delete them. I know there's a way to like be here and in this menu do something with the notes in the pattern and just erase it. But whenever I try to, things just die. Clear, then I clear the entire pattern or the entire track. So I'm just losing my mind over this. If I delete the stuff on the drum program, then the drum program gets deleted. Flatten pad, bounce to duplicate the track. None of this is the stuff I want to do. Double the speed, copy the track. I know all these things, but I just want to erase all the events. Sequence and then delete. Doesn't ring a bell. Sequence, delete sequence here, erase. Sequence, track 1. Is that what I'm looking for? Man, come on. That simple? Thanks a lot, Dominic. I really appreciate that. That simple. So what was I doing? This, right? No, I didn't erase the sequence. I just went here and erased the sequence. Yeah, but it only affected the first track, so that's exactly what I'm looking for. Everything else is left here, so thanks a lot. That's right. Cool. One more time. Come on. This is good enough. Yeah, I know about that, going into this the piano roll and just that's what I'm trying to not do, because that just takes 1 minute too long. This was exactly what I was looking for. But come on, that's the problem I feel with the MPC. This system, it's really good. But still, I want to be able to do something here that just selects all the notes. You know, instead of having to do this, just doing something, just a command that selects all the notes, and then I'm able to like cut them out. But whatever. I think this is really cool. I like this. So, what I have now is the first sequence. Maybe it sucks by now. Who knows? One breath of air, and then... It doesn't suck. It doesn't suck. This is good. Next sequence. The backwards thing. I don't know why, but I always feel like I want to do something like that. Dominic, what are you saying? Shift plus select all is Control A. Where do you find that? I know now we're getting like nerdy and geeky about the MPC One, but I think that's fair. What are you talking about? In this, in the note editor here, Shift, select all. Where's that? I can't. There's not an option for select all here. Is there? Let's spend 2 minutes being left here, because if that's a thing here, I really want to know it. If you don't like what you record on the track, you just record plus play and so, okay, that's of course. You don't have to use the overdub. I haven't thought about that in terms of MIDI. I do that with audio, but not for MIDI. But that's cool. But there's not an option to say to like select all notes. Are you just lying? Cut, copy, paste, mute, solo. There's not an option to select all here. That's not a real thing, right? Okay, so Ave McGree is just here trolling us for this? Why? Come on, man. If there's a solution to select all, Shift plus select all. Where? It doesn't exist. Can you see that? Boom. Doesn't exist. Oh, okay, in the future firmware. Come on. we can't talk about stuff like that. Nor not you, not me. We can't talk about that. But again, that's not true. That's not true. Select all is not here. But of course, just re-recording without overdubbing. That makes a lot of sense. However, guys, here in Sweden, it's half past 12, half an hour after midnight, basically. So I've been here for 2.5 hours. 10, 11, 12, halv ett. 2.5 hours. And yeah, I spoke a little bit of Swedish there. That's my bad. This has been a struggle. I haven't worked as fast as I wanted to, and the ideas hasn't been that great. But the first sample I decided to actually load into the MPC is the sample I used, and that's kind of what I wanted for this, just to polish a turd, as I said in the beginning. Just polish a turd until it becomes something. And this is something. It's not my best work ever. Is it good enough to like have a place on a 5-track EP where the whole theme is that I made it live? Yeah, I think so. I do want to add something, a little bit of shimmer of something, just a little bit of, I'm not talking about this. Not talking about anything like elaborate like that. I'm just talking about maybe I could do like a one shot somewhere. Like that. You know what? It doesn't suck. Need to do something about that. Attack of it. Let's hope that camera works for now. I'm not talking about the attack. I'm looking for some presets. Let me just talk a little bit at the same time, because it's fun. I haven't talked much about this on the channel or on socials or whatever. But my plan... Yeah, gonna use that somehow. I haven't been the best YouTuber ever when it comes to like being active on my Discord channel or my Discord server or Patreon. But in the future, I talked to a guy who runs this Swedish podcast with not that many viewers, and he makes a lot of money on his Patreon without really doing too much work. And I'm in a position in life now where I kind of need to make a decision if I'm doing this YouTube music thing for real or not. And I kind of feel like I'm doing this for real. So I'm going to push my Patreon a little bit more in the future. And hopefully I'm going to be able to do some... Because right now, if you go to my Patreon, it just says that, yeah, here's nothing special, here's nothing special, and here's nothing special for the different tiers that you have. And in the future, I'm going to do some sort of I'm gonna be better somehow at that sort of stuff to bring some extra like bonus content or whatever. But I can't do that if I don't have any Patreons. So everything becomes like this weird thing. I don't know how I'm gonna do that whole thing, but I'm just mentioning it here. I do have a Patreon site. I have like 15 Patrons. But I would like to grow that thing a little bit and make, you know, this stream is sponsored and that helps a lot. But also having you guys here supporting helps a lot. And if you might consider joining the Patreon page and hope for something cool to happen in the future, I would appreciate that. That's what I'm going to say. It's super awkward to talk about that stuff. So, yeah. But we have this organ thing. What I talked about earlier, I'm just going to record a few stabs. So let's open up an audio track. Input 1. Well. That wasn't what I was thinking. Kinda silent. But it doesn't suck. That camera is no good. You know what? I'm gonna leave it at this. I am. Sequence 3. My bad. Strings. We need some strings right there. That's obvious. We need some strings. For that, just for that specific third sequence, we need some strings. Was I the only one who heard that? I don't know. I'm probably the only one who really cares. MIDI unused. Let's go plug in. Let's go a part of me wants to go and okay, come on. I'm gonna do that. I'm switching gears. I don't know what just happened. I'm just trying to think. Hold on. And I know you can hear all this. It's fine. Sorry about the noise. The funny thing is that this video is also going to be left on the channel as a video in its entirety. So everyone's going to hear that if they want to watch this entire thing after the fact. What I did was I replaced the Korg OP6 with the Korg wave state. Just because they have the same power adapter and it's easy to, you know, switch one out to the next one or whatever. And here, oh, I haven't worked with the wave state for a while. But here I should be able to go into the, let's see here, where's the shift button? Shift, perform, no? Here we are, shift and single multi-sample and look for sequence 4, sequence 3. Okay, that's kind of cool. Just got to change the attack. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but kinda. So let's give it a try. Audio, let's do this on audio track 2. Input 1 again, which goes through my interface. That's better. Let's use that one. 1, 2. Nope. One more time. Then it became a little bit too silent again. Listen for the strings here, without me like playing them and fiddling around with the thing. Think it adds something, just to this pattern, not to the other ones. And then comes to a stop. Now it feels like that organ thing is totally misplaced. And come on, it's really not. It's just too loud. Better. Okay. No. No. No to me. I say no to myself. That's not a good idea. That becomes too much. I mean, what you're saying there, Fuego, sure, the stutter is cool, but no. Oh! You saw my face there? To me, that sounds really, really dope. But on top of the track, it didn't really stand out, did it? And that's not just an alternative voicing, you know? Wait. The progression is... It is just a different voicing. Yeah. Okay. That's a little bit in between, right? No. Like it's some sort of EDM. That's better. Adds a 9 or something? No. Whatever. I'm gonna import all this stuff into Logic after the fact, and then I can pick and choose. But I need to record this because it wouldn't be I wouldn't be honest to myself if I didn't record. But I want to do recording in mono. You know that, right? Everything is always mono. Record in mono, mix in mono, release in mono, mono. No. No. Okay. Works. Yeah, that works. Now let's put everything aside. No more synthesizers, no more controllers, no more nothing. At this point, it feels like I could end the stream and say, hey, I made a track on the live stream, and that's good enough. It feels like I could do that. This one, it's gonna be called 5. Let's see. It's gonna be. Can we do that, camera? We can just boom. Yeah. 5 weeks of beats. 5 wob, and then suggest names for this track for the EP. The final name that's going to be not just like, hey, we're toying around and calling it poop poop. Just a real name for this track. I know it's not finished and it's going to have a lot of scratching and stuff. But if you have a suggestion for a name for this track, could be something, whatever, put it in the chat. And why release everything in mono? I'm just, I'm deaf on one ear. I only have the left ear working, so the right ear is completely useless. And then I sample, I mix, I edit, I release in mono. Dual mono, so it becomes stereo, but it's not stereo. I don't work anything at all with like panning stuff left or right, because I'm deaf. So that's what it is. Names, please. Suggestions for names. Just give me whatever you got. Just some ideas of names for the track. Now it's called 5WOB 01, of course. 0 or 001, because this is the first one. The name can't be Rolf. Rolf is what we call Rofferuff, one of the best rappers in Sweden. Rolf is this old man's name, like Alfred. And the one and only Rolf we know about is Rofferuff, because Roffe is like a version, like the common nickname for anyone who's named Rolf. And one of our best Swedish rapper ever is called Rofferuff. And then we go to Rolf. So naming a track Rolf or Rolf won't work, because it seems like I made the track for him and it doesn't sound like a track for Rofferuff. So yeah, not that one. Anything else? Transition? Yeah. Should I make a transition part between the different stuff, or no? I'm not going to do that now, or maybe ever. See good music. Yeah, I've ever since my surgery, the right hearing nerve and my brain just has no communication at all. So no, I can't hear anything on the right ear, and I'm never going to be able to hear anything. It's never going to grow back or regenerate or whatever. It's just completely disconnected from my brain. So yeah, I only have one ear. I actually did a thing in my last live stream where I thought my Op6 wasn't working, and then I saw in the Universal Audio thing for the interface that it was panned hard right. So everyone else heard it and I didn't. So that's what it is. Track name Salute to Pete. Like Pete Rock? Huh. Quinn, that's a name. Beyond the Mountains of Our Mind. That's a little bit, isn't it? That's a bit much. Rough Banger, Right Out. Track name Salute to Pete. Come on, if you have any more names, I'm open for suggestions here. I really am. Rollin'? Sounds like a track you would hear in a car. Maybe so. Mono Roulette, that's a good one. Remember Pete, that's a good one. Pete Rock, yeah, that's a big pair of pants to wear, right? To call a beat something that has to do with Pete Rock. Maybe, man, maybe. Remember Pete. Everyone doesn't have to know that it's Pete Rock. For Pete's sake. Huh. This was a lot of fun, just to have a lot of suggestions for names. Mono Roulette. I like Mono Roulette. Mono a Mono. That could be the name of my next album instead. Mono a Mono. Slice and Dice. Remember Bjorn. Okay, I'm gonna read this later on. Just give me a bunch of suggestions. That's just cool. Now, let's try to just do something. I really want to be able to count on that camera. I kind of can't, but you know. Yeah, I am a big fan of MF Doom. Rest in peace. Let's start Tractor. So what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna play around with a few scratch noises just on top of this and see if something comes out. If not, I'm doing this after the fact, but if something turns out kind of cool, I'm keeping it. And in order for me to be able to keep it, I kind of need to hold on, you guys gonna have to give me a second here.
This.
What I'm doing is that I'm actually opening up Logic. Clicked it right now. It starts up and I don't want to launch the plugin manager because everything isn't. Oh, and there we have the feedback of my audio. Give me a few seconds here and I'm gonna sort everything out, and I want to be able to record the beat and the scratch into Logic and just have a little bit of control after the fact. That's input 6. On sequence 1. Input 6 is apparently nothing. this part of the stream isn't planned out at all. 1, 2, 3. My voice is on audio 3. That one is on number 4. And that one is supposed to be on number 6. And it is. Cool. You can't see this. It's off screen, but I'm doing just making a quick little Logic session with 2 tracks using the beat and the turntable in here. Let's see if it works first of all. I thought it's more fun for you to see this camera and see the scratching than seeing Logic, you know. Let's record, just make sure. That works. That works. Flawless. Flawless. So I'm setting the sequencer just to match up to 92 BPM. And then I deleted everything I did. I am not good at computers all the time. But I'm also doing like 6 things at the same time. I'm doing the stream, switching the cameras, keeping words coming out of my mouth. And I'm setting up a Logic session. And I'm thinking about what scratch samples to use. And I'm thinking about the title of this track. You know, I have a lot of stuff going on here. So bear with me for being a little bit slow on stuff right now. Another test. That's some noise. That's some noise. Cool. So don't delete the whole thing. And back to the chat. Do we have any more suggestions here? Rollin only. That's good. Rollin. Sidewalk is also a good one. 5 weeks of beats 1. Yeah, sure. But I mean, it's gonna be this. I'm gonna release it as a mixtape or as an EP, you know. And then I want the tracks to have names on Spotify and whatever. Kinda want them to make some sort of sense. That's OBS. Everything's black. There I am. Cool. Why is it black on that one? That's because. Let me just check through some more suggestions here. Hi, can I send you my track? Of course you can. Just send it to my email. It's listed in the comment section below. accuratempcc@gmail.com. Just send me the beats. Loved your stream, and in my view it was super fun, super dope. Can't wait to hear the EP. But there is more to go. Appreciate it, man. Jag tycker om det mucho. Thank you. Yeah, Roland. Carmen. Carmen is a good one. Carmen and Roland. Let me save that in a document. Roland. Yeah. Roland or Carmen. That's what it's going to be. So now we have that cam. Okay, I can't see that. I shouldn't make this so freaking difficult on myself. Everything seems to work kind of nicely. So I'm starting up this recording in Logic. Boom. 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry about that metronome, but that's what it is. And that camera is also what it is. But I think we're having kind of fun, aren't we? Oh, that sample wasn't prepared as I thought. Thanks a lot for being here, guys. This is kind of the last thing I'm doing on this stream, and then I'm signing out and going to bed and all that. But let's try some cuts, just for old time's sake. Well, you know, that's... Oh, my bad. Oh, was I... Oh, were you guys seeing that cam... Oh, my... Jeez. You weren't supposed to... Ah.
Check it. A for accurate. A for accurate. Accurate. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it out. Check it out. Here it comes. Yeah. 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 Ow. Ow. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up.
All right, you guys ready? Oh. Oh. What? Oh. 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 Listen.
Okay. Sorry about that. I just felt like I really need to not have that camera on all the time. You know what? I think we're about done here. I really think we are. Yeah, this one is not supposed to be on my face because that happens. That's why it's like that. You know what, guys? The time here in Sweden right now is 20 minutes over 1 at night. So 1.5 hours over midnight, and I've been live since 10. So 11, 12. Yeah, 3.5 hours. I wasn't really expecting to do this live stream for 3.5 hours. But you know, that's what this project is. That's the entire point of it all. To make music on live stream. And, you know, the principle behind it is to make beats that are decent enough for me to not be ashamed of putting them out there. In this case, on an EP online, released through DistroKid. Let me try to sort my tech out here. Yeah, everything has been recorded in Logic and everything looks really good. So I'm able to chop that up and work with that stuff later on. That's how I normally work with music. So that's cool. There I am, and where are you guys? There you are. This is cool. Okay. So this is coming to an end. I've made a track. The first episode of 5 beats of week. The first episode of 5 weeks of beats is done. I'm happy. I'm done. We've been live for 3.5 hours, and I think the beat came out more than decent enough for me to release it on the EP later on. So yeah, 5 weeks. We're doing 4 more weeks, and again, this is the first one using the MPC One for this, and a little bit of... did I record anything from the OP6? I'm not sure I did that, but I did record a few tracks from the Korg wave state in here. And some MIDI stuff that's available on the MPC One. So all I have to do now is to just, record the beat into Logic, maybe separate a few tracks and then just, master it, mix it quickly, and then add these scratches and maybe something more, maybe something less, and then I'm done. Then this track is all good for this EP project of mine, 5 weeks of beats. I appreciate every one of you for being here. We were as much as like almost 200 people at a time, I think. Now we're down to way less than that, but it's really cool to have you guys here. And that number doesn't say the same thing at all. So I guess we have some viewers here still. There are some mentions of my name in the chat, so everything that turns out orange, I'm gonna take a few moments to read. Then I'm signing out, and I'll see you guys on another stream in a week. For now, this project, needs to be saved. So we need to make up our minds here. Save as 5 weeks of beats, episode 01. This track is probably going to be called Carmen. I like that. Carmen, because I've done a few beats before with like women's names. I have one called Tiffany, and I have another one called something else, and whatever. So maybe this, I'm not sure, but maybe this is going to be the first track for the EP. And in the other case, the first track was named, I had one called Frida, which is the name of my girlfriend, and another one called Tiffany. That's also number 1 on some kind of release I did. So maybe Carmen will be the first track. Now it's called Carmen. It's kind of official. If I decide to change it, I'm telling you guys in the next stream. Orange. Mark says, great stream, my friend. Really brave of you to create this in front of everyone. Power to you. Cool. To everyone in the stream, call the names of your cities and you're down with it. Let's send accurate beats love from every different part of the world. One love. That's a cool, yeah, man. That's a cool initiative. It is. Thanks a lot. And it seems like we have people from all over the world being here. And I mean, that's one of the beautiful, now I'm getting like emotional and stuff, but that's one of the beautiful things about music, that it's, I speak English in these videos, and I guess that's kind of smart because a lot of people speak English, but the language of music is also universal. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Music is for everyone, and this type of like old school beat making stuff seem to attract a few people, like-minded people, I should say, and I really appreciate that, and I'm glad to be able to be here and inspire and educate, or just hang out, or just be someone that you can hate online or whatever. I just appreciate having this little slot of space of internet. Yeah, next week, Machine Plus. I'm not sure, Fuego. Probably, yeah. You know what? I was serious about this. Pages. I made a little plan for myself to like include a few things that I thought was cool. So I decided pretty much what stream should contain of what. So the first one was supposed to be Machine Plus. So right there. And I was supposed to sample drums as well. However, the second one was supposed to be MPC One, which is this one. Sample, and I was supposed to use the OP1 as the synth. Who cares? This became the MPC One together with some Korg synths. Next one, will probably be Machine Plus. Probably, I really think so. The same way as now, just picking a sample from TrackLib, trying to do it faster than 30 minutes. Maybe I'm going to prepare that before and just have a sample ready, I don't know. And then chop it up, make a beat, produce some music, and we have yet another week of beats. But again, this was the first episode of my 5 beats. Again, this was my first episode of the 5 Weeks of Beats project, sponsored by DistroKid and TrackLib. Go check out the links in the description below. You see what's up there, and go to the links and you will get some extra stuff. 7% off DistroKid and 5 free tracks from TrackLib. I showed you guys how to sample TrackLib and how to use it. There's a little bit more details there that we can touch on in the next one about actually licensing the track, and then you have to like tell them how many seconds and what you used and how much money you make off it, and then you're good to go. However, thanks a lot for these different companies to sponsor this stream and this production of the EP. Thank you guys for being here, and I am making this stream longer than it has to be. I'm leaving right now. I am. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for helping me out with the pitch and the ideas and the name for the track and everything. Thanks a lot, guys, for being here. Time for me to go. And when I do that, I'm playing the intro again, and then we're out. Thanks a lot. Hope to see you guys in the next stream next week, next Friday. Then we're doing the 5 Weeks of Beats episode 2. Until then, ha det gott.
Accurate. 5